Thank you, Dean Charney. And thank you, Dr. Davis, Mr. May, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, honorary degree recipients, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2014. It is a tremendous privilege to stand in front of you today representing my fellow graduates on such a momentous occasion. In many ways, these graduates are defined by their service, and they have served our patients and our community in ways that will impact Mount Sinai forever. I had the pleasure of joining this community 6 years ago as a master's in biomedical sciences student. When I first became a part of Mount Sinai, I was struck by the continued excellence I saw at every turn. From my mentor to my fellow graduate students, a number of whom are graduating from the PhD program today, I was blown away by the abilities of this diverse group of people. 2 years later, I was overjoyed to join the medical school class of 2014, still naive enough to think I could throw on a pair of scrubs, waltz into the operating room, and become the next Dr. Sanjay Gupta. As we all well know, there's quite a bit more to becoming an international leader in medicine than just dressing the part. Throughout my time in the medical and graduate schools, I've had the great pleasure of witnessing these graduates grow in incredible ways, overcome mountainous obstacles, and leave a lasting imprint on Mount Sinai. Masters in genetic counseling graduates are ushering in a new age of genetics and medicine, and have already put this to work, developing lasting and impactful relationships with patients and their families through their clinic and through their extensive volunteer work at Camp Sunshine in Maine. Woo. Masters in clinical research graduates have contributed to the new wave of big data that will change research and medicine. One such student has done so after his medical training in his native Syria was interrupted, his resilience and thirst for knowledge propelling him to successfully conquer challenges in 2 worlds. Masters in public health graduates have tackled health challenges on a local and a global scale. And today we welcome the first graduates of the biostatistics, healthcare management, and epidemiology tracks. Medical students have shared in the joys and sorrows of their patients, made difficult diagnoses, and accumulated more knowledge than I thought possible. Masters in biomedical sciences students have broadened our understanding of graft versus host disease, and PhD graduates have delved deeply into the mechanisms of Alzheimer's disease and autism, how influenza evades our immune system and spreads, and how we can use nanotherapy to treat cardiovascular disease. These impressive graduates will leave a legacy at Mount Sinai that resonates far beyond our walls and are so accomplished they made the road to today look easy. As easy as they made it look, all of these graduates worked incredibly hard to be here. We have faced many challenges and changes in medical and graduate school, and while it is easy to be shaken by the persistent change we faced, I have had the great pleasure of admiring how my fellow graduates not only adapt to this change, but thrive in the face of it. There are a few moments that represent change more dramatically than Match Week. Match Week is an exciting and nerve-wracking time as graduating medical students learn where they will go to residency. While it can be easy to feel overwhelmed under all this pressure, this group brushed the nerves aside and found ways to make it even more exciting, with one graduate getting engaged, another having twins, and more than 45 surprising us all with an expertly coordinated and choreographed flash mob. And this theme continues still to this day, as we have another graduate, Tom McBride, who got engaged just last night. Congratulations, Tom. Match Week was one of many milestones on the path to this moment, some more challenging than others, but all inspiring. As I look at the graduates seated before me, I am easily reminded that the soul of this organization is rooted in the people who are a part of it, and these people are leaving it a better place than when they arrived. Our efforts have benefited the East Harlem community, as our graduates leading the East Harlem Health Outreach Partnership have improved and expanded the ability to care for patients without insurance, leaving behind a stronger organization than they inherited. Our efforts have served New York City, as when Hurricane Sandy hit, and students from all programs eagerly volunteered to help. And our efforts have benefited our global community, with MPH and MD students traveling the world, their mission exemplified by an MD PhD graduate who dropped everything and spent a year serving his native Haiti after the earthquake in 2010. While the soul of Mount Sinai is made of the people inside our walls, the vision of Mount Sinai is defined by the world beyond our borders. My fellow students have exemplified this and shown us all that our local service can have a global reach. 4 members of the medical school class of 2014 founded the Human Rights and Social Justice Scholars Program, an organization to mentor first-year medical students and empower them to become advocates for health and human rights. These students had barely arrived at Mount Sinai and were already hard at work to better the education of their peers, and doing so to the benefit of patients everywhere. Their efforts were justly recognized with the Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Student Service Leadership Project Award, one of many outside recognitions of the incredible achievements of this class of 2014. I know I speak for my classmates when I say that we will forever be indebted to our family, our friends, our faculty, residents, postdocs, and classmates for making our years here some of the most formative and rewarding of our lives. To the leaders of our institution and our distinguished honorary degree recipients, you inspire us and you motivate us to believe in ourselves and believe in the positive change I know this group is destined to bring. All I ask of my fellow graduates today is that you don't stop. Don't stop your efforts, don't dampen your enthusiasm, and don't lose the sense of optimism that you feel at this moment. I know you can change the world because you've changed ours. You all leave Mount Sinai a better place than you arrived, and today, the other great institutions of the world are smiling as they finally get to share in your gifts. Thank you all, and please join me in congratulating the class of 2014.